press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello students, welcome back to your social science class. We are going to continue the lesson climate, soil, natural vegetations and animals of Karnataka. Okay, we have discussed climate. We discussed two kinds of soils, that is red soil and black soil. Okay, we are going to discuss the next two kinds of soil, that's laterite and coastal alluvial, and then we will move into natural vegetation. All right. Okay, I think we didn't do black soil. Okay, we didn't do black soil. Okay, we'll get into black soil. I'm sorry students, I just got confused. Okay, now this is done by the weathering of basalt rocks. Okay, weathering of basalt rocks. Now it's rich in, or it has a lot of components of aluminium, magnesium, and oxides of iron. Okay, components of iron, and that is why it's black in color. Now it's also called as black cotton soil. Cotton is grown, it's called black cotton soil. Okay, it's called as black cotton soil. Now this soil can contain moisture, okay, contain water there, whereas the red soil can't hold moisture for a long time. So this can retain moisture. Okay. As it can retain moisture, there are a variety of crops that can be grown, that is cotton, jowar, maize, sunflower, chili, paddy, okay, your pulses and onion. So these are the things that can be grown in black soil. Now they are found mostly in North Karnataka, that's Dharwad, Gadag, Ballari, Koppal, Kalburgi, Yadgiri, Bagalkot, Belgavi and Chitradurga. Okay. Chitradurga is in the lowermost there, joining near the south or the southern part there, somewhere in between. Okay. So this was black soil. Let's move on to laterite soil and understand what is important here. See, I don't want to write the name of the districts and everything because there's nothing new that I'm doing, it's all from your text. So you have to refer your text as I'm doing the lesson. I'll write only important points which you have to take down. And the rest is to be referred in the text, okay? Next is laterite soil. Okay. Now this is found where there is heavy rainfall. So found there is a heavy rainfall along with high temperature. Heavy rainfall as well as high temperature. Wherever there is high rainfall and high temperature and heavy rainfall, laterite soil is found. Now, water soluble or that can dissolve in water, okay, water soluble lime and silicates that are dissolved in water, dissolved in rainwater what happens to them? They settle, okay, in the lower layers. Okay, all right. The lime that is water soluble, that can be dissolved there, silicates that dissolve, settle in the lower layers. Soil also has its layers. So the topmost layer that you can be seen, you can see is everybody stamps it and everybody goes on. So layers and layers. So the lowermost layer has this component there. So what? Iron and aluminium, which are non-soluble, that can't be dissolved. Okay, non-soluble, they remain in the top layers. They remain here, whereas which is soluble goes down. Now, if you see the rainfall that's happening, okay, if you when it starts raining, do you feel the water there stagnant? No, right? If the soil can retain the moisture, it goes underground. Similarly, this is happening in this too. So that's how it takes in the minerals there. So the top layer of the soil that is there, okay, it becomes very soft during rainy season. Now, rainy season, and then it becomes very dry in the summer season. Most of the parts in Karnataka have laterite soil, okay. Okay, so now understand this like this, right? The fourth point. Soft during rain and dry during summer, okay, because of this it gives rise to formation of laterite rocks, okay, laterite rocks, and this is used in construction purpose like the bricks there, okay, this is used in construction purpose. Now what can be grown here is cashew, coffee, tea, cardamom, pepper, rubber, cotton, coconut, okay, and crops that are very for commercial use. Where can you find this kind of soil is in Uttar Kannada, Udupi, Dakshin Kannada, Kodagu, Chikmagalur, Shimoga, Belgavi. Okay, they have a lot of laterite soil. Moving on to, we'll go to the coastal alluvial soil. Okay, coastal alluvial soil. Now, I think I told you make columns and make rows and write the name of all the 4 soils. I can't recall if I have told you, but I'll tell it to you after I finish this, okay? I'll tell it again. If I have told, well and good, you will know it. If I don't know, I can't remember what whether I told you or not, or whether I told it in some other class. I am mixed up with where I told it, yet I will tell it again to you. Now this is found by the deposition or the deposition of alluvium, that is alluvium is deposited, okay, along with sediments that are carried away. Sediments are whatever is there. Now imagine this is the layer of the soil, okay, and there's water flowing over here. Water is flowing. So whatever is there on the top layer, maybe small stones, maybe mud there, okay, all is carried away, and that is sediments. So sediments are carried away to the rivers, carried away by the rivers and sea waves. Okay, carried away by the rivers and the sea waves. Now where can you find see the name itself suggests coastal alluvial. So write the names of the coastal areas. Udupi, Dakshin Kannada and Uttar Kannada are coastal areas, and it's easy for you to remember. Okay, they have this kind of soil. This soil consists of sand and clay. Now if you go to the beach side, I don't know if you have visited a beach on the coastal plain in Dakshin Kannada, Udupi or Uttar Kannada, but if you go to the beach side, you'll find a lot of sand there. Okay, and that sand is not, sometimes it's very fine, but in some, if you go a little far away from the shore, the sand is not that fine. Okay, fine sand, like if you pick it, it just falls out from your hand. If you go to the beach, please see how it is, and clay. Okay, now it has a lot of organic nutrients in it. So what you do is, you write that as the second point and write this as the third point. It has a lot of organic matter. Fine, or organic nutrients, matter or nutrients. Now what's grown here is paddy, cashew, coconut, arecanut, banana. They grow in this kind of soil. Now I'll tell you how you have to make that table, and so that it will be easy for you to read. Okay, I'll just give you an overview. You have to do your homework. Okay. As soon as you finish the class, you may do, or in your free time whenever you get, when you finish all your studies and when you finish all your play, when you finish resting, when you feel like doing, please do it, but don't postpone it for another one more month. Okay, immediately it has to be done. So the once you finish, it will be there. You need not look back to that lesson again. Before we finish the lesson, if you do, I appreciate what you have done. Okay, now I want you to write it like this. See, write soils of Karnataka, or soils. Now divide it into 4 like this. Okay, first we studied red soil, then we studied black soil, then we studied laterite, then alluvial. Okay, right? Now 4 columns you are done. Now see, I am giving you an example here. First point of the red soil, okay. How is it done? Weathering of granite, okay, and nessus, okay. Now here what was, sorry, write it as the first point again, right? What was the weathering here? Weathering of basalt rocks, right? Weathering of basalt rocks, okay. Now in laterite soil there is nothing, no statement about weathering, so put an X mark here. In alluvial soil, okay, in laterite, I think, okay, it's not given. But in alluvial soil, it's given how it's formed. So you can write it like this, deposition of, now this is also formation, okay, this is also formation, but the word is weathering. Here it is deposition. Deposition of alluvium, okay, alluvium and sediments carried by rivers and sea waves, okay. You write it in full sentences. Next point, see, I am just giving you an idea how to do it. What does it contain? Now, it contains iron oxides. What does this contain? Write it like that. If you are writing as I am doing, it well and good. Here aluminium, magnesium and iron oxide. Now see here, iron oxide here and iron oxide here is the same, so you can remember easily. What does laterite soil contain? Laterite soil, okay, see it is like this, see. This also has iron and aluminium, but you must remember it as soluble and insoluble. I will tell you how to write it. Like this, you write it like this. Lime and silicate, okay. Write it in bracket, water soluble, okay, water soluble, and write it lower layer. See, you need not write the full sentence, okay, you write it as points, important words you write, because see, for me, I am just giving you an overview. Don't write and, but, if, so, that will automatically come when you speak, that will automatically come when you write. Write only what is important, okay. So, lime and silicate, what is that? It is water soluble and is found in the lower layers of the soil, okay. Next is, what is that? Iron and aluminium, they are non-soluble, which are in the top layer, okay. I am just writing over each letter there, but you write it in brief, you write it in detail. So, what is the iron and aluminium? Now, see, iron and aluminium is there here, okay, iron is there here, aluminium and iron is there here, again aluminium and iron is there here. So, can you find the continuation there? Easy to remember. So, iron and aluminium non-soluble, which forms the top layer of the soil. Okay, you may draw the pictures, you may write it like this. If you can understand T, L, N, S, A, I, well and good, okay. If you cannot understand, write it in the full word. That is done, okay. Then, next in alluvial soil, you don't have anything, you have organic nutrients. So, you will have to search for the points, you will have to dig where it is, okay, organic nutrients or matter, whatever it is, okay. So, you will not get points. Now, if the first point of red soil is like this, does not mean the first point of alluvial soil will be the same. So, you will have to read each paragraph and do it. Okay, so this is how you do it. I will give you one more okay. Okay, write the other points. Maybe you can write crops, third point as crops, or third point as this, okay, it is rich in iron, lime, salt. Then here you can write it's rich in aluminium, magnesium, oxides of iron. Okay students, this will go as the third point. So second point, if there is no point, just put an X mark, okay, I am sorry. Then in the laterite soil, no, there is nothing like that, so put an X mark. In this there is, okay, this is also going as the third point, rich in organic matter, second point is not there, so that is how you write. Then crops you write, okay, or districts you write. So this is how you make your blocks, okay. You can also make the blocks for the seasons in the same way. Make it for soil. Now, the more smaller you make, I think I have told it to you, the more smaller you make, the easier to remember. So, if your lesson is of 6 pages, make it into 2 pages, 2 pages. See, if you make each lesson into 2 pages, you are reducing the number of pages that you have to study also. Sometimes some are worried, okay, oh, such a big textbook and I have to study. But there is nothing in the textbook, okay. You have to be wise enough to only pick what is needed and what is to be learned properly. So, we will move to the vegetation now, we will move to natural vegetation. This is how you make, okay. I just gave you an overview. Draw nicely, put nice columns like this, okay. Draw it neatly, write one point properly, write it, finish it off. Give enough space, okay. I have made it very small and I do not have much space on the board here, but you will have it on the book. Okay, we will move to natural vegetation. Okay. We'll see what the introduction of natural vegetation is today. Types of vegetation we'll deal in the next class, okay. Now, what is natural vegetation? Understand the definition. Variety of plants and trees growing naturally are termed as natural vegetation. Okay. So what is it? Variety of plants and trees that are growing naturally by its own are called as natural vegetation. Now Karnataka is prominent, or Karnataka has a lot of species of plants, and these plant species, how do they help us? Different kinds of plant species, different kinds, how do they help us? They help us in preserving the ecological balance. Okay, they help us in preserving the ecological balance. That is, they are trying to protect what's happening in and around our atmosphere. They are trying so that life doesn't get destroyed there. Okay. Now, what do the trees provide you with? They provide timber, firewood, okay, raw materials for industries, medicinal herbs, honey, bamboo, okay, etc. and etc. Now these are the things that trees can provide you. They provide raw materials, they give you bamboo canes, firewood, timber, okay. They have medicinal herbs also growing there. And these forests also become a habitat to the wild animals. That's a place for animals to live. Okay, habitat for wild animals like tiger, lion, cheetah, wild buffaloes, elephants, deer, peacocks in the forests of Karnataka. So they become a place for all of these animals to live, okay, animals and birds to live. Now this can also be a source of entertainment and tourism. When we go to visit, isn't it, zoos that are very big, that is a place for entertainment for us, a place of learning also for students, those who go on a picnic there, people who want to come, tourism that is there, okay. So there is profit in every way that is to be done until and unless we know how to protect it. They also help in controlling environmental pollution. What do they help in? They help in controlling environmental pollution. That is, more number of trees, the better our life gets. So, one of the special trees that are grown here is sandalwood. And the fragrance that the sandalwood gives, has a different kind of smell, sandalwood, not like other trees. And this is costliest one. It's very costly if you would like to buy logs of wood from it also, and this is one of the special trees grown in Karnataka, okay. What people do out of this sandalwood is they make perfumes, okay, they make soaps, they make medicines. If you have seen the soap called Mysore sandalwood, yeah, Mysore sandalwood, red and a creamish cover with green flowers on it, green or red most probably, okay, green or red flowers on it, Mysore sandalwood. So this sandalwood is used for making all those perfumes, making of the soaps that are there. Now when this is done, it's not only supplied in our country, but it's also supplied in the other countries that are there. And this is why Karnataka is called as the land of sandalwood. What is it called? It's called as the land of sandalwood. Karnataka is called as the land of sandalwood because it has a lot of sandalwood trees, and because we give things to the other countries, okay, export is done and we help the other countries as well as we are helping our country. So this is what I had to say today in today's class. We will stop with the students, natural vegetation. Now that see, we have finished the soils, you do that table, we have finished climate and we have finished soils, do that table and keep it ready, okay. Then in the next class it will be easier for you to do forests, and we will move on with animal resources. Animals, there is nothing much, but forest we will have to look at in a little detail and understand. So you can make columns for forests also, okay. Thank you very much students for listening. We shall meet soon in the next class.